While candles were lit in Russian churches on Orthodox Christmas, the war in Ukraine showed no signs of pause. With the peace talks virtually stalemated, the fighting between Russian and Ukrainian forces has only intensified in the brutal winter months. In southern Ukraine, the port city of Odesa continuing to face daily emergency power outages, with water, heating, public transport severely disrupted. This after repeated Russian strikes on energy infrastructure, which have now become routine in this war of attrition. Ukrainian energy officials have said 25 high-voltage substations were destroyed in the region during 2025 alone, leaving tens of thousands of residents without electricity in the brutal cold. Emergency crews, meanwhile, saying that the ongoing attacks by Russia have only made repair work increasingly dangerous and difficult. Further east, Dnipro also came under attack overnight. Ukrainian authorities saying 7 people were injured, including 2 children, as fires broke out across residential neighborhoods. Critical infrastructure was damaged. Meanwhile, Russia and Ukraine traded competing battlefield claims. Moscow says its air defenses shot down hundreds of Ukrainian drones over the past 24 hours, while Kyiv says it struck a Russian military arsenal used to store and maintain ammunition and missiles. This as Orthodox worshippers across Russia marked Christmas on the 7th of January, with all-night vigils, processions, candlelight services from the far eastern city of Anadyrь to Moscow and Siberia. President Putin also attended a Christmas service in the Moscow region, joined by veterans of Russia's military operation in Ukraine and their families.
И встречает праздник Рождества Христова. Владимирович также находится в одном из храмов здесь.
And as the war rages on, the entire West united to once again reinforce support for Ukraine. Ukrainian president, in fact, met the president of Cyprus on Wednesday ahead of participating in the ceremonial launch of the country's presidency of the EU Council. Zelensky's trip to Cyprus comes after Tuesday's negotiations in Paris, where leaders from 27 European countries and Canada, as well as US representatives and top officials from the European Union and NATO, have said that they would provide Ukraine's frontline forces with equipment and training and back them up with air, land and sea support to deter any future Russian attacks. This was the 15th and the largest meeting of the so-called coalition of the willing, involving more heads of state and governments than ever. US envoys in person for the first time as well.